You are listening to episode 8 of the 3 Count Podcast, the podcast which covers the week's events in the world of wrestling. So let's get started.
This is the 3 Count Podcast with your hosts, Aaron Phelan, Adam Barlow, and Michael Titley.
Hey everybody, Aaron Phelan here with Adam Barlow.
Alright.
I'm Michael Titley.
Alright.
Welcome to the 3 Count Podcast. If this is your first time listening, then thanks for coming. The 3 Count Podcast is produced every week for your enjoyment and our amusement. Now let's get into the show. So guys, we have been on a hiatus.
Been a long hiatus.
Yeah, a couple of... it has been a couple of weeks.
Explain those logistics, Aaron.
Well... no, last Sunday, we was at the WWE Live in Manchester, weren't we?
We were.
That was bloody brilliant.
It was
High five, I've seen her.
It was a brilliant night indeed. We had ringside seats, so that made it all the more special.
Many feels for superstars.
We did. We touched a lot of people. Not necessarily.
No, that really did sound bad. The awkward starts made it worse.
Oh wow!
Yep.
So yeah, we did. We had a good night out there.
That was brilliant.
We just had quite a busy period, haven't we? I mean,
Yeah, Michael know all about that.
Exactly.
Yeah, I'm on hard work of me. I'm paying for you two bastards to study.
The unpaid workers.
Thanks for your contributions, by the way, Mike.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Loan went through yesterday. Looking brilliant.
Buy me a beer next time we're out.
But anyway, yeah, it's good to be back.
So yeah, we're back. We're back. Hopefully on a weekly schedule, as we should be. So the best way to start this, guys, is to say a summary of last week. We had WWE Live in London last week for Raw and SmackDown. Thoughts on the week in general and the events in London?
Well, it's in London, so it's always going to be a good, atmosphere. Like,
Oh, definitely, yeah. I'm surprised they didn't edit any of the chants out. Even the swearing chants.
Surprised they didn't edit out Michael Cole's commentary. I've got a list of some of the things he said, actually. He said Norwich, for one. And that he said,
Norwich, I know what it stands for. What a knobhead.
He said it's a 2-hour drive away.
Yeah.
Then he said Preston.
Preston was an hour drive away.
He said an hour up the road as well.
Newcastle, there was one with Newcastle.
Yeah, 3-hour drive.
Newcastle.
Small mining community.
Yeah, mining community. Someone's been on Wikipedia 20 years ago. You've gone down to the thing. I was like, oh god, it was so embarrassing.
The thing that baffles me, they do events there, don't they, as well? It's like, did they go in blindfolded or something?
But the funniest bit was, though, it's like, JBL seems to be quite up to date on our culture, mainly because he likes them bastards Man United. And it should have just been him talking about the country, where if Michael Cole just like sit down and shut up sort of thing.
Yeah.
Like, it's like us just going into America and going, yeah, the LA Kings, yeah, local next to Texas, yeah. Very local, Los Angeles to Texas.
It's just like, if he didn't know what he was saying, he should have just not said it all. And then another one I caught as well, he said the River Thames, which was quite funny. It's like, seriously, why did he say all these things? He's not usually that bad. I don't understand why he was...
They put American accents on the towns, which shouldn't do. It's like Newcastle. It's Newcastle. It's all in one
How
word.
dare they speak their own accent?
I know, yeah, what they do.
No,
like...
It's not like us go. It's not like, they say
Yes,
Texas,
no, it's
not
exactly
Texas.
But we don't say it like that anyway.
Texas.
No, what I'm saying is, like, if they said it like the way they say it, they'd say Texas or something like that, but they don't. What's the point of saying Newcastle or Norwich?
What is the point?
The best. It's just like if any of Aaron, if he ever made it to WWE from Oldham, which will be pretty funny.
Right, move on.
Let's quickly move on.
Quick.
So anyway, do you think it was a pretty good week last week?
I enjoyed it overall, yeah. London were a great crowd.
It definitely was.
Some quality shows.
We didn't have our big match really. We usually always get a big match over in the UK, don't we? On either Raw or SmackDown. We didn't seem to.
We got BMB versus Cena.
Yeah.
I'd say that was my. Actually, no, was it?
No.
Well, but it's a tie-up between Ziggler and Neville or BMB and Cena. Well, BMB and Cena just purely for home purposes, and that pop he got was just the best.
Yeah, it was great.
it was just a fantastic match in general. But Neville and Ziggler just stole the show.
That 450 he did off the barricade. It was
insane.
That was unreal. How did he do that?
It's
no wonder Griffith forgot him.
There's hardly any room there at all. How did he even spin that much? It's crazy. That
when they showed it in slow motion, even though it had already happened and I knew he was fine, I was still convinced he was about to break his neck.
Yeah,
it's so incredible.
If you think that's just the tip of the iceberg for what Neville can do as well, I think it's going to be some exciting stuff we see from him in the future.
He's killing it, man. Can't wait.
He is.
He's killing it in the good way, not in the bad way.
In the good way, of course.
Good way of killing it.
So yeah, we had a pretty good week last week, didn't we? Really.
Yeah. What was your favourite thing that? Well, I assume it was that match then. Was that your personal highlight?
Oh, probably, unless I'm forgetting something. But that was.
I think Kane could have been up there.
Yeah, that was pretty interesting actually. The whole Kane and Rollins thing they did, that was pretty good for Kane. I'm glad to see these past couple of weeks. I mean, we'll get into it more when we review this week's Raw, but Kane's pretty, he's doing pretty well in storylines these past couple of weeks.
Deserves.
He does?
He does.
A legend.
He does. It's just that he did become very stale, and I'm glad to see that he's breaking away from the Authority. I think that's what his character deserves, really.
Is it me or is this Seth Rollins breaking up the Authority like he broke up the Shield?
He's definitely the sort of aggravation point.
Yeah.
But he was when he first came into it. Randy and the Big Show didn't like him, did they? And now Randy's left. The Big Show's teetering. He could turn face anytime, any place, to be honest.
It's going to happen. We've just got to look out for it.
It's just going to be Triple H and Seth Rollins against the world soon.
It probably will be. So I think this brings us on
that
to...
wraps it up, I suppose, yeah.
Yeah, we will get on to this week's Raw, so...
UK's the best.
Manchester's going to be even better.
It is.
With yours truly.
Repping Manchester in November.
Get your tickets now.
So, we'll move on to this week's Raw then. Here we go. We kicked off with a pretty amazing promo from Orton to start Raw off. What did you think of that?
Yeah, it was good. I didn't really do many, long opening promos, Randy, but it was very good. It was very Randy Orton.
It was
very Randy Orton-like.
Vintage Randy Orton, I might say.
Yep, definitely.
A nice touch with the steel cage as well.
Yeah.
I love when they have the steel cage on the week before.
Yeah, it was pretty cool, that. Has anyone noticed how they started introducing spikes on the bottom of the cage now?
Yeah, it's been slowing down the when the cage comes down. I've noticed they've been having a few problems getting the spikes into the
except to align them, don't they? Because it's like Rollins nearly got stabbed by one last year, didn't he?
Yeah,
that was pretty crazy. So yeah, we had we had a pretty awesome opening promo there from Orton. And then we moved on to... we should mention, seeing as it was quite a constant throughout Raw. He said he was gonna... Yeah, he said he was gonna... He was gonna make it his point to RKO everyone until he gets to Rollins at the end of the night.
I really wanted him to RKO Stan. I was waiting for that, I'm not gonna lie.
Who?
Oh dear.
I just kicked Stan. No?
Right.
No?
Never mind.
Is it not ringing any bells?
Nope.
Oh, damn.
Onwards and upwards.
Onwards and upwards. Okay, let's just move on. We'll edit this out, cut this out.
No, we will not.
No, we will not.
Stay in. The bottom line is, Stan did not get RKO.
We're not cutting out your ignorance, Mike.
It's not ignorance is bliss.
Does it, just before we do move on to the first match, does it not like Bobby that...
No.
Pretty much for the... Alright, fair enough. That it's become extremely rare that a wrestling show does not start with a wrestling match anymore.
Yeah, it's very annoying.
It's been like that for years, though.
Yeah, it dawned on me before, though. I was thinking about it.
Cena used to be champion, he used to kick off all the show, he used to kick off every week, didn't it?
It used to be best on, like, they showed the intro, like, the intro thing.
The fireworks had come up. I'm glad they brought that back to me.
Yeah, like, when they did the video, then the entrance did it, and then someone's music with it, and they would come out, and the crowd was, like, all amped up and everything. They had a match to kick off. I always like that structure to the show, but I don't know, it's...
Blame the PG era.
Yeah, exactly. It's just the way television is nowadays.
It is.
So, speaking of first matches, we had our first, well, if we can call it a match, Dean Ambrose and Luke Harper What did you make of that?
I've always been a fan of Harper, but when he came out and called Dean Ambrose boy in that, is he from Texas or he's from the South?
I don't know.
Definitely.
He's from the swamps.
From the swamps.
I was just thinking though when he said boy, I thought, you know what, Vince's probably idea is to have a black guy in the ring. Just go, would you look there, boy? Call me boy.
It's just a full-on hillbilly trailer trash guy, and I love it. And I cannot wait to see them both beat the shit out of each other. Extreme Rules.
Yeah, it's going to be an awesome match for them too. It was a nice little brawl actually for them too.
It really was. Yeah.
Harper's
just so dope though. I love him.
Yeah, it wasn't
I'm
good.
starting to like him. I'll be honest with you. I liked him in the White family. He was my second favourite in the White family. And then as soon as when the White family broke up, it was a bit. Then I just thought I couldn't think of anything to do with him. But now he looks a lot. He looks a lot better.
Are you getting confused with the ginger one?
No, preferred Harper to Rowan.
Yeah,
You just said that they didn't do anything with him. If anything, Harper's the one who's been getting the monster.
Yeah, he had the title match
He didn't do
straight
anything
away.
other than it weren't good.
He didn't do anything except hold an Intercontinental Championship, have a terrific match with Dolph Ziggler.
Who even wants an Intercontinental Championship these days? No, I don't remember that.
They all fought over it at Mania, Mike.
It's all about
snatching it.
I don't remember that. No.
Rise above it.
Wow.
It was a great match, though.
It was good.
Well,
We weren't
great brawl, I should
Great,
say.
yeah.
And, I'm really excited for the match.
Yeah, so they'll be having a Chicago street fight at Extreme Rules. We'll be discussing thoughts on that on our...
I've just got a quick question. Is there any difference between a Chicago street fight and a Manchester street fight?
Obviously.
Alright, thanks. Go on to whatever then.
One's in Chicago, one's in Manchester. There you go.
Right.
I hope they actually come out in street clothes like Jericho and CM Punk did back in 2012.
Yeah, that was good, that. To be fair, though, they do actually do, different gimmicky things for wherever the street fight is, don't they? They usually have different, weapons or something sometimes.
I've nothing against the street fight, it's just... there's barely a difference between a street fight and no holds barred match.
Yeah, there's so many different names for
or no disqualification match. Yeah,
I mean it's kind of stupid that they still have no holds barred match considering the holds are still bad. You won't see someone break out a pile driver or something. It's just really weird. But anyway, it should be a good match for them too. We'll discuss it on our pre-show coming before the pay-per-view.
Yes.
Now this is where I can't remember. Was there a segment with Orton between this and the next match?
No, the next match there was a match straight after, and it was New Day. But a segment, you mean? Yeah, it was Seth and J&J with Triple H.
Oh yeah, they had some awesome backstage promos this week, didn't they?
There's quite a lot.
I enjoyed that.
Yeah, I'm liking seeing a lot more backstage stuff because they used to do that a lot more and it added to character, whereas they don't seem to do that as much nowadays, and I think it loses out on a lot, but there's some great stuff this week.
Yeah, so Seth basically shitting himself backstage with Orton lurking around. It was fun to watch, actually.
Yeah, it was very fun. So we did get into our next match then. New Day versus Lucha Dragons. I really enjoyed this. What did you guys make of it?
Well, I have a direct question for Mike. Mike, thoughts on Lucha Dragons?
I do like the Lucha Dragons, in all fairness. I do like it in the athleticism and everything, but I don't like New Day, so it's sort of... I didn't like how the match ended.
The question was about Lucha Dragons, not New Day.
Yeah, no, I think they're brilliant.
Now, Mike, what do you think of the New Day?
I can't stand them.
Right, well... Wait, is this a can't stand them in character, or just, hate them?
Well, the only one I've liked out of all the three of them was Kofi Kingston. Never liked Big E. Never liked Elijah Burke.
Elijah Burke?
Wow.
He does look a bit like him, doesn't he?
Shelton Benjamin.
Yeah, he looks more like Shelton Benjamin than anyone. Right, well, so do you hate them, or is it just more the gimmick that they're doing?
Both.
Right, okay, fair enough.
I hate 2/3 of them, so, you know.
Right, well, that's quite a strong hate. I thought the match itself was great. Yeah, I appreciated the ending. Lucha Dragons looking strong, but at the same time, it's good that they're responding to what the majority of the fans think about New Day. I mean, I love New Day, but yeah, they're responding to that. And it really helped with the way that they had them cheat to win. It just
I think that,
I'm really looking forward to see where they're going with it.
Yeah, they handled it perfectly because I mean, Lucha Dragons have got a lot of momentum. I don't think they need to go straight into a title match. And I think New Day at the minute are at the best they've been since they got together.
Definitely, yeah.
They are killing it, as they like to say, as heels. So it was great to see them get that win, and I honestly didn't expect them to win. That was a nice surprise.
I did. I thought they'd win by somehow. I thought they'd win. I thought they'd cheat to win.
Well, there you go. You was right.
There you go. You called it.
I thought it'd be a pinfall. I didn't think that.
Well,
just to say I'm not, fully sidekick.
All right.
99.9% right, Mike.
Yeah, but to be fair though, like with New Day, like when they was in Manchester, they were really heelish in Manchester.
Yeah, it was great when we saw them live. It's a shame they don't get to show that much.
House shows is usually where they test the waters on these kinds of things.
Yeah,
but it was like though, I knew they were heel when they came out. They wouldn't high five anyone. I thought, you bastards, you bastards.
The definitive way to tell if they're heel or not is they high five people.
Yeah.
Brilliant. So yeah, I did.
Seen a high five, man, and he is a face. So did Brian, which I wanted to ask that. I just wanted to, why not?
Yeah, you rub that in, Mike.
And Emma.
Anyway.
That was just a dig at Adam because he didn't get a high five off him. Shut up, back him.
That's all the kids. I had my hand out, but couldn't get my hand out enough.
I got two.
Little kids. Why bring your kids to a wrestling show?
I know, yeah, why would you bring your kids to wrestling?
The Uso wearing, corn dog eating fans. So dig at myself, I was wearing an Uso t-shirt that day.
You're having to dig it yourself there.
Yeah. Move on.
Anyway, so after the match, we had the first of Orton's attacks.
Yeah. Oh, so yeah, it was against, the members of the New Day, except Big E. Do you think there'll be a follow-up from Big E leaving his posse behind?
I imagine what was he going to do? They were already fucked.
Yeah, I was good. I imagine
it'll
probably just be briefly touched upon. They'll be like, "Hey, what are you doing?" And then that'll be at the end of it. But
I don't think we'll get even that. But
the size of Big E, and then he looked on and thought, "Nah, you're all right." I thought, fucking 300 pounds, feel like a brick shit house. Go after him.
Chicken shit heel.
That's just.
Do you not know the rules of how this works?
Yeah, but still, I wanted to see a fight.
Let them fight.
Let them fight. Anyway,
alright, calm down.
So so the first two of his victims, he RKO'd them both. Yeah, it was sweet.
There's
catching RKO.
Kofi's, he tried to push him up and then didn't, and he ran back and pushed him up again.
Kofi is I think Orton really hates Kofi. It was remember that time when he went to punt him? And,
oh, stupid.
Yeah, and he ended up RKO and he was like, stupid. That was really funny. That it's like Kofi just doesn't know how to respond to Orton, which is really weird. But it did turn out pretty well in the end. That RKO.
Fine. Yeah, everyone loves a good catching RKO.
We do. We've got more to discuss with that later on.
We do. Oh, beautiful.
We surely do.
Does anyone? This is kind of a side point. Anyone hate how Orton is kind of taking out the entire tag team division by himself? On SmackDown, he took out.
Well, yeah, actually, that's what I wanted to ask. Do you think it was the fact that Randy beat the tag team champions in one match?
I hated that. I think it really devalues the tag team scene.
Because they're supposed to be the best of the tag team division. Yeah. And then Orton just beats them on his own.
Yeah, it's
the tag team division, in fairness, though, is pretty awful. Tyson Kidd.
Can't question that.
I mean, it's not terrible. We've had it in a much worse state when they used to throw random people together and.
Like Tyson Kidd.
No, but I mean, every team was thrown together.
That's what they were.
He's got a point. I like the point.
Most of these teams are thrown together. Look at the New Day.
But they're not.
I don't want to say specifically because it might sound racist why they were chucked together, but
I wouldn't say they was chucked together as such.
They were. Come on.
Not when they put was it?
It was an original purpose.
Drew McIntyre and Cody Rhodes or something
Yeah, that was. But they won tag team gold. I mean,
was it Drew? Oh, was it?
Yeah, Drew and Cody.
Drew. Yeah, they were some dark days then.
Good times. So, match number 3, technically, Axel Mania versus Fandango.
I mean,
right.
I mean, yeah, whatever. I mean, what?
Axel Mania's wore off now. That's the bottom line.
The thing has kind of I don't.
Well, what really amused me was how Axel was just casually dancing, and even Fandango couldn't keep his face straight.
Yeah, it was really confusing. I wonder if he kind of like just went off and did that on his own accord or something. Cause it just seemed really unnecessary for him to do it. But
what do you think of them bringing back? Well, it's not bringing back. He was never turning Fandango face and bringing back Fandango in.
Do you not think it was the perfect place to do it in though?
Oh, easily, yeah.
Because the chant that
the crowd popped big time for it in England when they did it.
They botched his music, didn't they, when he won the match?
Right, I had a thought on this. I thought it might turn into a nice little gimmick thing for me, to get him over a little. I mean, it's not going to put him over big time, but it's like, did you notice the crowd was like booing when his theme hit, and then when they turned it to the old one, they all started cheering. I was like, that could be a cool little thing. I
reckon that sound guy is writing out a resume as we speak.
You never know; it might be the launching point for his career to get Fandango over. You never know. I just thought that
you never know.
The match itself was a bit of a throwaway match, but I mean, I hope it leads. I hope it's leading somewhere for one of them, presumably Fandango.
I really doubt that, but I don't know.
Would you be up for it though?
Sure, whatever. I mean, he beat Jericho at WrestleMania, so
that was mental when he beat Jericho.
Pick up where they left off, yeah.
Yeah. So let's see what they do with him. Hopefully.
Was Naomi next, by the way?
No, it's not. We had a Triple H promo, Tough Enough.
Oh, we did.
Which of the threes are playing?
I've sent my video already.
All right.
It's me powerlifting.
Powerlifting, what?
A pillow.
A pillow, yeah. You looking forward to? Did any of you watch Tough Enough?
I used to watch it. Yeah.
Yeah, same. You know watch it, Mike?
I don't watch NXT, so what chances am I going to watch?
Well, Tough Enough's nothing like NXT.
Is it better or what? It's a reality show though. I don't like reality shows.
But you like Total Divas for some strange reason. So.
Did be in the past tense because some bastard ruined it for me.
Oh yeah, Mike thought it was real. Yeah, sorry.
As we always do. So.
Why wouldn't I think it was real?
Yeah, because Bella Twins just fall out every week, and so do Cameron and I.
But they weren't really falling out in the first.
And it's on the E Network, the same channel as Keeping Up with the Kardashians.
Yeah, but did I watch it on TV? I watched it on a legal online stream.
Yeah. So I'm looking forward to Tough Enough coming back. Don't get me wrong, but did they really need a 15-minute segment just
not at all.
Just to chill it?
They didn't even tell us who's hosting it because it was meant to be Steve Austin, wasn't it? What are the plans with that? Because I believe he's doing it anymore.
Yeah, I don't know what they're gonna do there. I mean, maybe Triple H hosts it. I don't know.
I'd be down with that.
Hosts it.
What if who?
Hulk Hogan hosts it.
Oh God.
Hogan knows best. Come on.
That would cost him quite a lot of money.
And I don't think it would turn out very well. He just loves himself too much.
And then that gradually led into Kane coming out, and I knew this all along, but when it doesn't happen for so long, you tend to forget. But Kane fucking kills it on the mic. Seriously, he's great.
That was like one of his best promos in probably years, to be honest.
Easily.
Yeah, but to be fair, for years he's been just being a corporate stooge, which is a gimmick, which is awful.
I'm so glad to see him breaking away from the Authority finally.
This is the man who's wrestled the most out of anyone who's had the longest streak of matches, and he's just not doing anything.
He's like on the longest losing streak as well.
Yeah, breaking mirrors. But it is ridiculous.
Yeah, it really is. I mean, I'm glad to see he's breaking away from that, and hopefully something new comes to his character or a return to old ways, because he deserves it. I mean, he is a brilliant worker for his age and how long he's been there. Like you say, absolutely.
You can't just say it for his age. He is a genuine brilliant. I think he's better than quite a lot of them in the WWE now.
Oh, strong words.
No, he genuinely is.
He's a veteran.
He is.
He just needs to bring his old theme back. I'd be buzzing if that happened.
I don't think that'd be happening.
I think he'll be going back to his... I hope he goes back to his mask, to be fair.
No, I don't.
I love Mask Kane. But just a nostalgia thing, but
If he shaves his head and gets his old team back, I'll be happy then.
Yeah, his head is shaved. No, it's not. Tell a lie. Shaved. Ignore me. Yeah. Right, so Mike's match of the night was next. Brie Bella versus Naomi. Now, I know your thoughts towards her.
One sec. Let me just start something. Ever since I've heard Paige is injured after she was thrown into a barricade twice. But it's just all this give Divas a chance thing, and now you're watching this match and it's thinking, I'm gonna fast forward this.
come on, be fair.
It's bad though.
It was a good match.
It weren't.
It was alright. I find Naomi's in-ring work like so sloppy. I mean, I don't know if it's just me, but she just always seems really sloppy.
She's great.
I
now,
think
one
Marie
thing,
in a couple of months will be doing better than she.
I'm telling you, Eva Marie, right, dark horse. I'm still holding out.
One thing I don't agree.
And she got a cheeky appearance on Raw as well.
One thing I didn't agree with was Booker T putting Naomi over like Rover. Like
because they're both black.
He called her the greatest diva.
Yeah, he kissed her ass, didn't he? Seriously.
I did not appreciate that, but I thought she did really well tonight. And in general, I think she's great. I don't know if she's the greatest diva they have. Well, I know she's not, but
what? Greatest diva since what? Eve Marie? Jesus Christ!
No, I'm saying Booker T was saying she was the greatest diva that they've ever had. But she's really talented, really athletic, and I really enjoy watching her. But
Eve Marie or
Naomi.
Oh,
but you two don't seem to appreciate it for some reason.
Well,
I don't appreciate
maybe
it.
she'll win me over. Maybe she'll win me over, but I don't know.
I think there's more chance of you being won over than.
I hate a finisher as well. She needs to change that.
Yeah, like ass to the face. I mean,
yeah, I agree with that. That finisher's a bit gimmicky, but.
Come on, to be fair though, right? Without Paige, there's about 3 or 4 other divas who could be in the #1 contender rather than her.
Well, it's subjective, isn't it?
Do you mean by that?
Well, it's subjective to what you think.
No, but what I mean is, like, she's been in the WWE for what? She was in that shite tag team that no one liked.
Right.
She was dancing. Then, like, when they sort of went actually wrestling them two, it was just like, this is pretty awful, this. You know what I mean?
They need to give her a new theme as well.
Yeah, definitely.
That was so awkward. Like, really awkward. Like, Funky's on a roller, she's walking out with a sour face. Like,
all right, Mike. We'll give you 30 seconds or so to grieve your condolences towards Paige.
Yeah, because you've not had your chance on the podcast
how dare they give her a well-deserved break? What has she done to deserve a break? Come on.
No, this weren't my point. You know, you know how much I like Paige as in ring and all that. But, you know, fair enough.
You watched her in the end and everything.
Dickhead. Fair enough if, like, you know, they're going to put her, like, in a film, which is fair enough, like, get a bit of money, get a bit of time off. But why make the #1 contender then do it?
Because it gets Naomi over as a heel.
Yeah, but it gets her over, but who gives a shit?
It's working. Mike, you're getting worked, bro. It's working. You're furious with Naomi. It's
but
working.
to be fair, though, I didn't like Naomi.
I know, but
it
has annoyed you, hasn't it? And that's the whole point. That's what they want to do.
It's not that Naomi's even considered for the title.
Yeah, but it's working. That's the whole point of it.
Why is Alicia Fox not there? She's a lot better.
Did you see the hate she got because it happened in Paige's not hometown but home country as well?
No, it's only like, you know,
only an hour up the road.
Only stone's throw away, pretty much. You know, you go walking 5 minutes.
Yeah, I think it was.
Christ, I was in London 5 minutes.
I think it was perfect how they did it.
Do you not think it should have been Eve Marie instead, though?
Absolutely not.
No,
Eve Marie coming out and just thinking, you bitch, you stole my spotlight, Total Divas.
Even though I'm hyping up Eva Marie at the minute, and no, I don't even agree with that. She's not ready at all yet.
Oh, she's not ready. Christ, Roman Reigns. I'm not ready.
Well, speaking of Roman Reigns, that was the next promo.
Oh, right, yeah, I forgot you had a promo. Yeah, I fast forwarded through it.
Really?
Oh, that's bad, that. Come on, even I watched that show.
Aaron, I'm disappointed.
No, I didn't. I just kind of lost attention.
I imagine the highlight for you two is that the man is back, Mr. Bo Dallas.
Yeah, I was going to say, I really enjoyed Bo coming out.
How dope is that bird?
Yeah, it's so good. I loved his Star Wars reference as well. Like, it's such heel heat. It's like the episode 1 is the best Star Wars movie. It's like, wow.
I've only watched Revenge of the Sith.
Great kid.
So he got punched in the face and then speared, and then Reigns imitated the Believe catchphrase.
Believe!
I loved it, obviously.
Bo had a great voice break.
I'm starting to, you know...
jumping on the bandwagon.
No,
I'm not gonna lie. I would rather Mike stay off the Reigns bandwagon. I'm really not.
I'm not on the bandwagon. I didn't say like I'm buying his T-shirt, but I'm just saying like I don't hate him as much.
I only bought 2 of his T-shirts. Don't worry.
I don't mind him when he's not in the title picture.
Well,
you should be seeing him in that picture.
Anyway,
oh God, can we swiftly move on from
match number whatever?
Cena, John Cena,
Ryder versus
Ryder
versus
Sheamus.
yeah.
Right, I'm mixed on this, right?
What the hell are you doing then?
Right,
stroke?
I'm having an internal debate, and that's what I'm doing.
Oh, he's jumped on the Sheamus bandwagon.
No.
His Irish roots are coming out. His ginger hair's coming through.
Go on.
Right, on one hand, I thought, wow,
You've
Ryder's...
got 5 fingers.
I have.
4 fingers at a thumb.
Right, well, there we go. On one hand, I think Ryder reaches like a new level of being buried. Like, really, that
buried.
Was...
I love the way you say buried.
Oldham, read good. Yeah, so...
yeah, new heights of being buried.
New lows, I'd say.
I genuinely thought after like the 5th Sheamus Bro kick, I was just like, oh my god, he's getting up. No way.
To be fair,
I was like,
that is a fair point.
I was like, you dickhead.
Right, yeah, so as I was saying, like, on one hand, I think that's really annoying, I hated that, but then on the other hand, Sheamus just seems so epic being the badass,
really is.
Like on the mic as well, during it all.
He was just a typical bully, and it works so great. There's hands down, best heel they've got right now.
Why don't like people like Beyonce and Lady Gaga, what they have, like, when they're performing, they don't hold microphones, do they have them things that attach to the face? Like, Sheamus just get one of them for his matches now.
That's a fair point. It'd be better listening to the commentary team anyway.
Yeah, especially if Byron Saxon's on it. Jesus Christ. God, he's back to doing interviews.
Oh, wow. Anyway.
Well, I think we should give Mike the spotlight for this next match. Go on.
Wait,
I think we've missed out. I think one sec. I think we've missed out, one of the biggest rivalries since Zuckerberg versus that other guy who created Facebook comes and missed our rights.
Go on.
What? Their match hasn't been yet.
You sure? I'm sure that was before John China.
No. It's definitely afterwards.
Go on. I'll have another pop after this.
Spotlight.
So, the greatest WWE superstar of all time versus
John Cena.
No. Who was it? Yeah, that was John Cena. Who was he facing now?
Oh, was it?
Let me have a quick thing. Who was he facing? Another great legend. Who was it? Oh, it's Kane.
Right, now correct me if I'm wrong. Right.
Yeah, you're wrong.
No. Didn't you say, like, a few weeks back that if there was one person you wanted to beat Cena, it was Kane?
Yep.
You did.
So?
I was, during that match, I was just like, I was so torn, because, like, these are my 2 favourites that are in the WWE still, and it was just like, oh my god, but I was just praying, I was just thinking, if Cena gets beat here, Kane could have a big thing with Rusev having a fight with him, because I think that'd be quite good. And Cena could move back into the WWE title picture and come back for Seth.
Best of both worlds for you, Mike.
And it was just like, oh my god, go on, Kane. And when he chokeslammed him, I thought, Cena's going to kick out here. And it was the first time ever where I thought, just stay down, please. Kane having a championship again would be brilliant.
Well, there we
Impressive.
go.
What do you think of the match in general?
It was brilliant.
Yeah, I agree. Well, it's probably the worst of
it's definitely the worst of the open challenges, but
what?
Yeah,
come on.
Come on, Mike.
Kane versus John Cena.
The name doesn't make the match.
I know.
Actually, that's in some cases it does, but no, not in this case it didn't.
Oh my god, it was so good.
It was good, I'll give it that, but yeah, worst of the open challenges.
In my opinion, I think it was the best.
Alright, well, your opinion's wrong, but you're entitled to it.
You can't have a wrong opinion.
You just did. Now. So, you said you wanted to say something about the next match, didn't you?
Yeah.
Where was the... I think we've missed something.
We've missed Heath Slater.
Yeah, where was the Heath Slater thing? That was so good.
I didn't...
He was arguing with Eric Rowan about some salad. Made friends with salad, and then Randy Orton out of nowhere.
Yeah, I don't know whereabouts that was.
It was before the Cena match, actually.
Did anyone notice that Eve Marie was there on the table? Eve Marie watched
on the table. Was she on the table?
She was on the table, sitting down with someone eating. Yeah, probably didn't know what was happening, but bless her. But she was there. Yeah, one sec. Are we in New York? Shopping.
Oh wow. Yeah. So I thought that was awesome, man. I didn't actually expect it, even though he was coming out killing everyone all night. It's like, oh look, Heath Slater. Oh look, he's having a nice little cool segment here with Rowan, and then his face. He's so good with facial expressions.
Oh, he is.
It's just like, oh.
Have you heard him with his voice impersonations as well?
Yeah, it's so good.
Oh my bar!
Brilliant.
It's beautiful.
It's nice to see him RKO'd, getting RKO'd, should I say.
They didn't show Orton. Well, they vaguely showed him doing it. It makes me wonder if he actually did RKO him or if he just sort of fell.
Yeah.
Or if it's like a camera cut or something.
Sort of chocolate triangle and counted his RKO so far, and he was up to 3.
3? Third of the night. So
yeah, the biggest rivalry since Zuckerberg versus that other guy who created Facebook for the Mizdow rights.
What did you think?
It was great.
Do you really think... Do I have to get into my ranting thing again?
Go on.
Right. We've had... right, come on.
Jesus Christ. By
the end of this, I'm sure you will agree with me, right? How long have they been building this up? Like, well over 6 months. Like,
very underutilized build.
They've been building it.
It had so much potential.
So much potential. And what happens, like, WWE's lack of care for the mid-card happens. It's like, the match ends in, like, 2-3 minutes, however long it was. Quick match with a screwy finish where Summer turned face for 2 weeks and then turned heel again. It was just such a terrible ending.
The more annoying part is, well, not annoying, but, well, no, it is annoying, is Miz is being, will be written off so he can film the movie with Paige.
Exactly.
See, I genuinely thought that Mizdow was going to win for that reason.
Well, I didn't think Mizdow was going to win because I just don't see the Miz not having his Miz gimmick, but...
But at the end of the day, though, Damien Sandow goes back to being Damien Sandow now. And let's face it, Damien Sandow never did anything good.
Yeah, but this is the thing. They could have built it so that people cared about both of them at the end of the feud.
But the funny thing is, though, is that it should have ended. It should have ended at WrestleMania.
Oh, I agree. It should have ended
there.
It
should have had a match at Mania. And then...
Well, there was a match that happened... This should have been at Extreme Rules, This should have been at Extreme Rules. This should have had a build to it and should have happened at Extreme Rules.
Well, I agree there as well. If they've kept it going as long as they did to end it, then the week before Extreme Rules is just really pathetic. Like,
I think the way that Mania happened as well when he turned on him was very silly. Why in the world, would you not chuck the big guy out before turning on him?
Yeah, Mizdow should have won that. I agree.
No, I shouldn't. No, that's not what I said.
No, but I think no, but you are in a way kind of saying that. You're saying that they should have got the big guy out. I think
no. What I'm saying is that if they were going to turn him on, Big Show shouldn't have been in the ring. What was the point of that? How was Mizdow going to get a £500 man out of the ring?
I think the end of it should have been that they were still working together, threw Big Show out, and then it come down to the two of them where they did the whole thing just without Big Show stood in the corner watching it, which was just really stupid. But
Miz should have won it, I think. It would have been great for the Miz to win it.
Fair enough.
The Miz has got to be some sort of manager after he leaves as well.
Well, anyway,
he's the next Paul Heyman.
Mania's over with, and there's no point in looking back. We just got to look to the future.
There's a cheeky little video on our channel all about Mania.
There is. Be sure to check that out.
Which one?
Bray Wyatt. Who the fuck is he talking about? Who do you think?
Me. He was winking at me the other night, so it must be me.
He winked at me as well. Funnily, I didn't see you there. Who do you think he's talking about with this latest plausible?
Can we just say one more thing before we move on?
Of course you can.
There was an awesome line from JBL that just can't be missed when he said Furious 7 and Marine 4 will make $1 billion revenue together. I thought that was really funny considering Furious 7's already made $1 billion, so he's saying Marine 4 made nothing. I thought that was pretty funny, that line, actually.
Clever.
That it's made $1 billion and the Rock's in it. I mean, how do you do that? It's just great.
Wow.
His bad acting hasn't moved it.
Wow. Wow, Mike.
Come on.
Anyway,
that's
a Wyatt.
Let's get back to Wyatt.
Who's he talking about? Who do you think? Well, first off, what do you enjoy the sort of the fact that he's doing more promo rather than match?
I prefer it since you know what though, I've always sort of liked Bray Wyatt, but
wow.
No, but I've liked him, but I never thought they did anything worthwhile with him. But ever since that Manchester thing, I just love him. I think
because he winked at you.
No, just his entrance.
Bandwagon.
Just the entrance and all the
But you've never seen the entrance before.
Yeah, but I've never seen it live.
Right, I've seen his entrance before, but
I've seen it live.
That was really special that night.
That was something else, wasn't it?
It was crazy to be ringside, seeing the entire arena, like, that was pretty mental.
It's on the channel as well.
It's like
someone check it out.
Yeah, it's like an Undertaker feel entrance. To actually be there, it's pretty crazy how much of an effect that entrance does have on you. And I think going back to your point about his promos and not having a lot of in-ring work, I think that adds to his mystique of the character, and I'm enjoying that they're kind of keeping him at a limited use sort of thing. I think
it's sort of like Undertaker. So they really are pushing this new face of fear.
Yeah, I'm really enjoying it. I think we need a character like that. And
yeah,
he's got a face to Boogeyman.
Because it's like on SmackDown when he had his match last week against R-Truth, he was like, "I'll get that in a minute." He's I think it was whoever was on commentary was hyping how this is like a very rare treat, Bray Wyatt fighting on SmackDown, and I was like, yeah, they're really sort of hyping him as like this sort of rare mystique person.
He don't need to be on. Yeah. He didn't need to be on SmackDown. He's better than that.
All right then, Mike.
But yeah, who do you think he's talking about, and who do you hope that he's talking about?
Right, this is I think he's talking about Ryback. That's gonna be an odd one, but I think he's talking about Ryback.
Stupid.
Who do you hope, if you could choose it for it to be anyone, who would on the current roster kind of thing?
Just because he's not on the current roster, Mike.
Boogeyman.
We'll let him have it. We'll let him have it.
Who I hope
anything that shuts him up. Go on.
Show me dick.
Just because I really enjoyed their matches. I hope it's Brian. I think that would be.
Oh yeah.
I hope it's not.
No, I can deal with that. I can work with that.
I think it'd be a cool feud over the title.
Has anyone thought it could be the Bunny? Or David Otunga?
Could be El Torito.
He's technically still on the roster.
Who?
David Otunga.
Yeah, he does the pre-show. The funny thing was, I was watching it before Raw, and he kept saying, because he said last week, he said, "I'm going to answer Cena's open challenge next week." So they come to do it, and they was all like, "All right, yeah, sure." So they come to do the pre-show, and he was there, and it was like, "Hey, I thought you was challenging Cena this week." You was like, you saying you was going to challenge him. He's like, "Oh yeah, I'm doing my jet's over there. It's just waiting outside for me when I get this done." He kept doing updates throughout the pre-show, "Yeah, is my jet ready? I'll be there in 10 minutes." It was really funny.
Do you watch the pre-show every week?
Pretty much, yeah.
I don't think I've ever watched it.
I only watch it if I'm watching the show live, but that's quite rare. I'm assuming you watch it even though you don't watch Raw live, do you?
Not really, no.
So you watch the pre-show before you start watching?
Yeah, I'll watch pre-show and then just call it quits.
Watch pre-show?
Fairs?
Yeah, it's pretty good actually, pre-show. I mean, sometimes it's really bad. It's like, why have I just wasted half an hour watching
You get some cheeky little interviews in there that add to the show,
There's always some... Renee always does interviews on it, and they're usually a lot better than they are when they're on TV, because she seems more loose, because she's on the... Loose, that's the wrong word
loose,
to use. Wrong word to use.
Go on, Aaron.
If Ambrose were here right now, he would not approve of that.
Does anyone think it's Ambrose?
God,
Wyatt.
I hope not.
Bray Wyatt?
I really hope not. God.
I hope not, just because we've already seen it.
And it was terrible.
What? Whoa!
So much potential, and that was terrible.
You didn't like it?
Terrible. It had so much potential.
They tore the shit out of each other week in, week out. You didn't
like
it, seriously?
They did the same thing every week, didn't they?
Yeah, it was kind of repetitive at some point.
Who came out well from it?
What about Mark Henry?
Overall, I loved it. Mark Henry.
No.
No. Yeah, I agree.
I don't know. It could be.
I can't personally think who he's referencing at, but
I think Ryback's it.
I'm excited either way.
Or Zed Coulter.
I think it's going to be Ryback, because Ryback's not doing anything at the
minute.
Well,
that actually brings us on to the next match, Ryback versus Aaron Rose, and that was exactly what I was going to say. Ryback is kind of stuck in the shuffle right now.
The iTunes shuffle.
Yeah. He had that throwaway match with Aaron Rose, which...
he had some funny lines in that as well.
Stupid!
When he did the double shell shock at the end, it's it's funny because it's food. It's
Well, do you think...
it was shell shock.
Is anything got to come off the fact that Adam Rose's rosebuds have just randomly interfered in the post-match?
Do I think anything's going to come off it?
Do you think this means anything for Adam Rose, or is it just...
Probably,
is it just to push Ryback as a bigger monster?
Maybe they are setting up a Wyatt and Ryback feud. Maybe they're just going to have Adam Rose coming out against job to Ryback at Extreme Rules and Bray Wyatt interferes or something. I don't know. Maybe
possible.
They do that. I don't know.
Because Rosa seems to be getting involved with Adam Rose by the looks of it.
Oh, check.
So that could lead to something.
Oh yeah, she did, didn't she?
Yeah.
Like, slid in the ring at the bottom, and it was like, oh, there's Rosa, and then like they realised that Rosa was with Fandango last week, and it was like, oh yeah, she got done by Fandango last week.
Yeah,
just trying to go to someone else. Like, oh yeah, I completely forgot that happened as well.
Stupid.
What was the joke? What's the joke he made as well? Was it
About banana split something?
No. The Ryback. What he said something on the mic.
Yeah, but banana hot dog.
No, he said what's the difference, didn't he? It's like they just got.
What's the difference between a banana and hot dog? But they both got shell shots or something like that.
They both got their asses shell shot. Yeah, that was it.
Yeah.
Wasn't it? Yeah.
It's pretty awful.
Finally, the main event.
The main event.
I was thinking Todd Grisham.
Wow.
Vintage WWE. What was it called?
What
was that show called where they used to...
Afterburn. I don't know.
Afterburn was the SmackDown
Velocity.
one. It'll come to me, but yeah. Bottom line. There you go. Mike's got
I said
it.
it 4 times.
Yeah, but I don't really listen to you, do I?
No, Velocity was the SmackDown like pre-show thing, wasn't it?
And then Afterburn was like the sort of repeat,
yeah.
highlight.
Was that just
but,
a UK thing?
I think it was, yeah.
Yeah, it was on Sky One. That was the thing I used to watch when we cancelled Sky Sports when the football season was over.
Oh.
I was like, where's Rey Mysterio on? He's never on it. And then the last time I saw him, he was getting absolutely beat the shit out of in a chair in his knee.
Oh, that, yeah.
It was before he was a murderer, by the way.
We should do like a retro show.
We should
do like
discuss
where are they now?
If there's demand for that, the people want it.
We should do.
If we get at least 6 likes with this video, we'll do it.
So no, then we'll like ourselves.
But that's free between us. Main event time though.
It's the main event,
Seth versus Dolph. Technically the main event.
I thought they could do so much more. I was pretty. I don't know. It was a good match. Don't get me wrong.
Oh, it's brilliant.
I don't know. I thought they could have done so much more. Had a much better match than they did. I don't know. Maybe that was just me.
Did anyone love what JBL said about Dolph Ziggler and just went, you better pucker up, Dolph?
I loved it the first time he said it, but then the 8th time of saying it, kind of got a bit old.
It still made me chuckle.
Kiss me arse.
Kiss me arse. Kiss me fucking arse, fucking bad.
I mean, if we're talking about this match, I think we have to get to Seth's finisher and the whole controversy.
What was that?
What about does anyone want to just praise Rollins for how well he sold Dolph's DDT?
Oh, that was awesome! Like he spiked on the head. Didn't he?
I legit thought he full on smacked his head on.
I'm surprised. Like the crowd didn't react too much, and the commentary didn't really make a deal of it. Did they even show a replay of it?
They showed a replay, but
they didn't make a big deal of it like they usually do with stuff like that.
But then, as you say, it sort of leads on to if Dolph can do that move, which is it looked dangerous. Why would they ban the curb stomp? Now, don't get me wrong, I'm all for superstar safety, but the curb stomp has always been my favorite. Well, since Seth started using it, been my favorite finisher.
Right, this is why I can't understand if they have actually banned it for safety reasons, because it's never hurt anyone. I mean, if that's the case, I might as well just ban Jack Swagger, like all the concussions he gives people. But
why was Jack Swagger do?
Like kicks people in the head and gave Ziggler a concussion, didn't he? He gave
Barrett's dislocated shoulder.
Yeah, he just goes around injuring people for fun. So
where is Jack Swagger?
Who cares?
We should just do like.
You don't like Swagger?
I've never liked
Aaron,
Swagger.
You need to. Oh, Aaron's
never.
got a confession, innit? Oh my goodness.
I used to really dislike him. I think we discussed this once. I used to really dislike him, and then
you
I can't remember what it was. He did something, and
it still baffles me how he got so over last summer for like 4 weeks.
He's
great.
Smoke weed every day.
Oh, I'm really surprised. I'm learning things about you, Aaron.
A brief side point off that, Mike. RVD wasn't on Raw this week. It was Raw 420.
Him they weren't available, were they? They was in Jamaica on the 420 day. 420, man.
Anyway.
Give me some spliffs.
So yeah, this finisher, like, I really love the curb stomp. I mean,
oh yeah, it's easily my favourite finisher.
Apparently,
Brock Lesnar bleed with it though.
I don't know. Think he did he? He took it really well, but No one's ever been injured off it from. I mean, in WWE. I mean, obviously in real life they have.
I've seen like.
No one's ever been injured.
I have seen people take it and it looks like they've been hurt, but I mean, obviously, it could just be down to really good selling. I have always. It's one of those moves where I do cringe when I see it, in terms of like I think someone might get legit hurt from it.
The only reason I can think, because apparently it's not actually banned, it's just that they kind of want him to use a different move for the time being. I think the only reason I can think is that they've got like a concussion lawsuit, I think, against him at the minute, aren't they, from some old wrestlers?
Yeah.
So maybe.
Chris Benoit, one of them.
Anyway, let's move on. They've got this lawsuit, and maybe it's that the move kind of looks dangerous, and they're using that as kind of like a scapegoat sort of thing. I don't know. That's the only kind of reason why.
I don't want to believe it's banned, but if you notice, if you watch it again, if you look at his Titantron video, it was just literally his name all the way through it. They showed no clips of the curb stomp whatsoever. Normally, his Titantron video shows him curb stomping the shit out of people.
Oh, come on, they can't.
It didn't show.
They can't erase it though. It's like he just won the title of WrestleMania like 4 weeks ago. It's like they can't. That's
the stomp that won him a world title, Maggle.
It's gonna be stupid if they just suddenly start ignoring the existence of him doing the move, because it's what makes Rollins as well. I mean, that new finisher looks awful.
We'll see. This is our disagreement. I thought, now again, it could just be Ziggler selling it like a motherfucker, but I thought it looked great.
Fair enough.
It's no curb stomp, and it never will be. But you know, had he have not ever used a curb stomp, I'd dig that finisher easily.
Like I said to you, it's kind of like
Dean Ambrose's.
I was just gonna say. I said to Adam before. Actually, I said it looks like a Derpy Deeds.
Derpy. Yeah.
Oh, for Adam,
I lol at
like
that.
Drew McIntyre's Future Shot.
Well, it's a variant of it, isn't it? A butterfly DDT is the real name.
It was kind of like a pedigree as well, like a poor man's pedigree. It's like, because he went forward with it, didn't he, and kind of like drove his face. I don't know. It's just really didn't like it. I mean, he's gone from having one of the best finishes to, in my opinion, at least one of the worst. But
you should just do what The Rock does: just steal a finisher and give it your own name. Bookend is the rock bottom.
To me, it's kind of like a finisher that someone would have that's a jobber and never wins, and even when they do hit it, everyone kicks out of it. It just looks so weak. But
Brian should have it then.
Ha!
Rise above it. So yeah, the cage came down, and then we got that. Well, Orton came out. We had that beautiful the second catching RKO of the night.
We did.
Thoughts on that?
Cage.
That was immense. I mean,
a beauty, wasn't it?
Especially I saw like a slow replay of it.
Yeah, he full on leaped in the air.
I didn't realise how high it was. It's like more than 8 feet, definitely.
Easily.
It was so high.
He sprung him off the rope, didn't it? It's like when Orton lifted up the rope, Seth then did a jump.
At least one person got high on Raw on 420.
Higher than RVD.
Well, yeah, that RKO is just beautiful.
It's amazing, like the spots that them two are having in matches with RKOs, pulling out some great stuff.
Yeah, and that just, of course, we're gonna have a full preview show for Extreme Rules, but just thoughts on the thoughts on the overall build, should we say? Cheers, whoever vibrated. Yeah, he's got mates. It'll just be his network provider, asking if he wants to upgrade his contract.
No, it's been I've used 80% of my 3G.
Yeah, there you go. So, overall thoughts on the build to Extreme Rules?
Oh, well, we'll discuss this on our pre-show.
No, just... Alright, fine. I thought I'd give people a sneak peek, but...
Well, don't do that.
Apparently you don't deserve it.
No, you don't, you're all bastards. Both of you are bastards.
You've got to tune into it, what we think of it.
Well, I suppose that's Raw covered then. Is there anything you want to add?
I think that it is mostly Raw covered. I mean, before we do wrap up our episode, we do have our lovely shout-outs to give to our United Podcast Network. It is back up and running after a hiatus like us as well.
Now, what were their logistical reasons?
We're actually running it.
I wonder what their logistical reasons actually was. So anyway, UnitedPodcast.weebly.com. We are on there with some other very big names in the wrestling podcasting industry, would we say? Universe. 24-hour live streaming service for wrestling podcasts, and of course it is completely free, so be sure to check them out. And we do have our brilliant friends over at ProWrestlingPowerhouse.com as well. Great place to go for articles on everything pro wrestling. Great writers over there. You definitely should check out some of their stuff, because it's, like I say, brilliantly written articles over there, so be sure to check them out.
Yeah, so I think that's it till Sunday.
Will it be Sunday? Don't promise people.
We will be back on Sunday, right, before the pay-per-view.
If Aaron gets his finger on it, it's it.
We will be here on Sunday for the pay-per-view, trust us. We will be doing
with a review of NXT and SmackDown.
Of course, we'll be doing
important.
We'll be doing our reviews of the week, as well as our predictions for Extreme Rules.
I think we're going to start trying to do... This is when we're going to start trying to do the Raw review, so if you've got any feedback on when we should do it...
I was going to say, we'd love to hear feedbacks, yeah, definitely. Yeah. So.
Do you prefer a whole week review kind of thing, or do you prefer Raw being one show? It's what you guys want. It's tough. It's time constraints, really.
Yeah.
So anyway...
Secretly, that's Mike's fault.
Bastards. I have hobbies, alright, I'm sorry.
Anyway, guys, thanks for listening.
Thanks for listening.
And be sure to check us out at all the usual places on social media. Be sure to subscribe to the podcast. And we will be seeing you for our Extreme Rules pre-show.
You could also check out the videos that we took from the Manchester WWE Live.
Yes, check them out on our YouTube channel. Some good videos on there, including the Wyatt wink.
Yeah, and the Wade Barrett Preston promo. If the two people who support Preston are both listening to this.
Those fine men.
Thanks again, guys, for listening.
Thank you.
See ya.
You've been listening to the 3 Count Podcast. Be sure to tune in next week for more weekly wrestling roundup.